In the past years, government has been paying an allowance to the interns. But this started when there are few doctors who were coming out of universities. When we had Makerere University alone, then Mbarara University came on board, then a few other universities. But the situation obtaining today is that we have very many universities, both public and private universities, producing doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and those health workers who undertake internship. And the question has been, yes, there are those who are trained in the government universities like Makerere. We can say government continues supporting them. Then how about those who train from private universities? Somebody has been in Kampala International University, paying for himself or herself. Somebody has been in King Susa University, paying for himself or herself, and the other private universities. So that debate has been on, including in the cabinet, and it became a challenge. And you know, one of the challenges which has been there is that because of insufficient resources, very few doctors, for instance, have been going into internship. You find that the majority remain at home because the government can't afford. So a decision was taken that what if we remove the allowance and then we enable all the doctors and the pharmacists and nurses who complete from public and private universities be able to undertake internship without discrimination that is occasioned by a lack of resources. So of course that policy decision has pros and cons, but we shall implement it and study it along the way and see how it works. But it is intended to give an opportunity all the students who qualify and attain their degrees to be able to proceed and do internship and not to be constrained by lack of resources to pay their allowances. So the decision is in a good faith.
Imagine omuntu najja n'akugamba nti ngenda kufuula slave naye kiyamba ggwe. That's what the Minister of Health, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, kyagezaako okugamba bannayuganda nti abasawo abali newly qualified mu ggwanga lyaffe we use a wrong term tubayita ba intern, medical interns, but these are doctors. Minister of Health akugambye nti abasawo bano bangi nnyo, universities nnyingi nnyo ezibafulumya, therefore okubayamba okuprogressinga bakole nga tebafuna ssente. Make it make sense. Nakigamba sometime back nti Uganda teggwamu madness. Otandise okukiraba. A full Minister of Health nga oyinza okugamba musawo Dr. Chris Baryomunsi. By the way, eno si attack ku muntu yenna. We are discussing the policy oba enkola right now eri mu ggwanga nti omuntu asoma okumala emyaka 5 nga kyetaaga okuprogressinga mu career ye mu kaseera kano government ne Minister of Health bali kugamba nti akole nga tebamusasula for one whole year. Tebakomyawo ne bakugamba nti kiyamba ye aleme kusigala waka nga atudde naye ng'asomye eki emyaka 5. Waliwo article yafulumye mu New Vision. Government ends medical internship allowances. Abasawo ne bavaayo. President Uma, Dr. Asimwe, ne bagamba this is total betrayal. Why is this called a betrayal? Nti the fellow people pushing this are fellow doctors. The likes of Nkugami, I'm not attacking individuals, but kyanaku nnyo okulaba nti Ministry of Health nga erimu abasawo abanene. There are doctors who have been through the same system. Baliko mu medical school. They finished ne bakola internship. Gye bali mu kulwanisa essaawa eno. They became medical officers. Abamu ku bo bafuuka ba physicians. The likes of Dr. Chris Baryomunsi. So onigambye nti yandibadde ategeera the nnaku abantu gye bayitamu. Yandibadde ategeera omusawo kyayitamu e Uganda kozi yakiyitamu. Naye it seems to be a case of ninye eddaala kandisambe, let me kick the ladder so that tewabawo omuntu akola ki ayirinya with ease. Omuntu ojja kujja mu comment section ongambe nti back in the days abantu abakolanga internship nga basawo they weren't paid. Okiwulidde back in the days. Embeera gye tulimu tuli mu 2026. N'abantu abakola they can barely survive globally. The economy is harsh. Inflation. So omuntu omusuubira otya okukola omwaka mulamba nga tomusasudde. An entire year without pay. Bannayuganda bangi of course bavayo ne bagamba nti we are siding with the government nga we nagambye because of the naming. And I think it's intentional. Ebintu nga bino, this article, government ends medical internship allowance. The term medical internship is a big lie. How does someone become a doctor mu ggwanga? Osoma emyaka 5, 5 years. N'omwana okola omwaka gumu ogwa internship. Naye eno si internship gy'omanyi. I know oba asoma ku university wakola internship ng'oli mu ssomero. Naye kye bayita medical internship mu ggwanga lyaffe oyinza okugamba in other countries eba foundation omusingi. Tebagiyita internship. It's not. The language, the naming is intended to confuse the public. Bali mu kugikozesa mu kaseera kano, as you've seen in this article, to win the media war. Nti they are interns. An average Ugandan ajja gamba lwaki babasasula nga ba intern. Nga other interns are not paid. They are not the same. Ngola ku flow chart yawo osoma emyaka 5. After 5 years, the designated length of a medical degree mu ggwanga lyaffe. You've done your 5 years. Weetaaga transition yeyo from being a student to now becoming an actual doctor. Ogenda kukola, you're going to work for 1 year but under supervision. Of course, tukimanyi nti globally you cannot become a practicing doctor n'okwata ku bantu unless oyina license. So mwogwo omwaka ogumu gwe bayita intern, which I hate. And I think we need to revise as a country the nomenclature. Cause problem evaawo. Within that 1 year, omuntu aba alina license naye era provisional. Oba giyite half license, si full. Nga kitegeeza ki nti they are going to work under the supervision of qualified doctors. Abasingako abasawo abaqualifying edda nga bakugu oyinza okubayita ba consultant. So balina half a license oba giyite provisional nga waliwo omusawo omukugu abasupervisinga. Ekyo mu ggwanga lyaffe kye bayita medical internship, which I think is foundation. The name should change. They are not students, they are doctors. I usually try to equate the system of medicine to the army. Nti mu magye tuweetaaga ba general bangi. You need one super general. Omujasi omukugu. But you need very many foot soldiers. Abo wansi. It's the same system ekola malwaliro, healthcare. Nti weetaaga consultant omu to run a hospital, but you need very many foot soldiers. In this case, abakyala n'abaami abo betuyita ba intern babeera ku ground. They make things tick. Wekiganye, they consult someone more superior. In this case, either medical officer or consultant. Nenga in the ideal situation, yandibadde consultant direct. Lwakuba again, mu ggwanga lyaffe, nawo tebaliho. Cause recruitment, I think zaakoma 1900. The government does not recruit senior doctors to supervise these young guys. So what happens? The foot soldiers by intern oba the foundation doctors abo wansi, they run the show. ye musawo gwolaba ogenda e Mulago gogenda osangayo ogenda mu government hospital deep in the village gogenda okusangayo mu mbeera embi ennyo. So mu kaseera kano bali kugamba nti akole omulimu ogwo. Number one, they are not properly supervised. Tujja kutuuka ku pay. Embeera gye balimu mbi nnyo. They are working in the worst conditions you can think of. Nti omuntu ajja ku ddwaliro nga talina gloves. I'm sure gwandaba you've seen this. Nti omuntu ayingira ku ward nga talina nga ward ewunya. Tewali ddagala. They are not ideal working conditions. So bali kugamba nti omuntu oyo akole mweyembera for one whole year. Naye nga what is Dr. Chris telling you? Nti kiyamba ye aleme kusigala waka. Make it make sense. So the progression continues. Nti womala internship, you can become a medical officer. So government egezaako kukola ki? Olaba step eno kantekeo kasa. Wano wetuli. Plan eri nti these people should be included in this. Because bakimanyi nti tewali agenda kukkiriza nonsense oyo to work for an entire year nga tebamusasula. What they've done oba kye bagezaako kukola, and I'm sure they will do it, they want to combine those two. Nti omuntu asoma emyaka 5 n'akola omwaka gwa foundation. For the purpose of this conversation sigenda kugiyita internship because ngaye kugamba it's a confusing term. N'akola omwaka gwa foundation nga musawo nga alina half a license gye twayise provisional bagala kigatta because they know tewali agenda kubayinga crap oyo. It's nonsense. Kye bagezaako kukola, they want to combine the two. Nti okuwa degree yo olina okuba ng'omaze omwaka ogumu ogwo. Because bakimanyi awo baba kutte. W'ogaana okukola, you won't graduate. Emyaka 5 giba gifudde. What's the current situation? Oba ebaddewo. Nti obadde osoma emyaka 5. You qualify, then you graduate midway. Around January, simaba byakyuka kati. Through your foundation year. Oba kye tuyita intern. Kibaddewo for years and years, the likes of Dr. Chris, the likes of Dr. Acheng, bayita mu system yemu. But now it's the same people pushing for that to be wiped away. For your son, for your doctor, akulaba akujjanjaba, bamunyigirize to be trapped in an agreement or a contract gy'atayagala oba etamukolera. Tewali muntu ku nsi kuno ayagala kukola nga tebamusasula, taliyo. I've never seen that. Nti gwe you show up without pay and you're committed, you're dedicated, taliyo. A poorly paid, hungry doctor is a dangerous doctor. Kino nkibagamba. Omuntu nga tali motivated aba dangerous nnyo ku bulamu bwo. Gwe kyebuuze, the likes of USA, Europe, they pay doctors well. Why do you think? They want them to be motivated. Kiri dangerous nnyo omuntu okubanga they are looking after your health nga tebali motivated. It's risky. Singa ndi muna Uganda, I wouldn't even listen to this nonsense. Because bano bali kuzanyira ku bulamu bwo. You turn up to a hospital 1 year from now, mama bajjamu admittinga, osangeyo omusawo ng'enjala emuluma, nga landlord yamubanja rent wa myezi 2. Already mu kaseera kano bigenda mu maaso. Imagine, it's happening right now. Nga bafuna obuswazi obutono. So picture a situation, you turn up nga taina musala. What will happen? Nga we nagambye nga video etandika. Make it make sense. Osanga nze I'm biased. Nabagamba I'm passionate about healthcare. Because a dead man does not hustle. One of my biggest phobias, oba ebintu byensinga okutya, nga ndi ku ground e Kampala and something happens to me. nga nyina okugenda mu ddwaliro. It's a big scare cause manyi ekiriyo. Manyi ekiriyo nti you're just surviving. The system is rotten. Abantu bandigambye nti bandigezezzaako okugiyamba, they are wasting it more. Ogamba otya mbu abantu bakole without pay, ate n'ogamba oyamba bo. It's pure gaslighting. Why is this even worse? If we compare the salaries, mujja kunsonyiwa okuseka. On average, a medical intern earns 1 million mu Uganda. Ojjukira steps nakulaze nti w'ofuuka medical intern ojja kufuuka medical officer after nga omaze omwaka gwo ogumu gwe twayise ogwa foundation. Mu kaseera ako ng'oli medical officer oba olina full practicing license. Now you're a doctor. Full. Wali obadde kaŋŋambe partial doctor. You're working under supervision. So, okwalifayinze bakuwa million emu yembeera eriwo mu kaseera kano. A few years ago gyali 75,000. Busente butono. You climb a ladder, 1,500,000. That's if you're lucky ng'ofunye omulimu. Cause waliwo hasa awo nawo. Oyinza ogamba kanzireyo nsome nfuke consultant kigenda kutwalira emyaka mingi. It will take so long to become a senior consultant. Okufuna sente ze wandigambye nti zeegasa. Ate siri sure nti they earn that. This could be gross. The picture is even much worse when comparing what MPs make. Member of Parliament afuna 35 million plus. Of course, we know they earn about 45M. Nga balina allowance, you've seen tubadde mu saga. Nga abantu balina 3.5 billion bazirya. So there's a simple comparison down here. Simanyi oba esobola okulabika nti 1 MP omusala gumu bwe guti gusasula 35 medical interns. Even more, nga nkugambe, these guys earn a lot of money, crazy, plus allowances. MP omu asasula medical officers musanvu based on this. MP omu asasula ba senior consultants babiri. Nga staddeeku allowances. So it gives you the picture of why this is ugly. Chikulaga nti something is wrong with our country. Chikulaga nti something is wrong with people abakola decisions zino. I'm sorry nga we nabagambye siri ku attacking individuals, but the likes of Dr. Chris, it's being hypocritical. Nga waita mwene embeera and you're happy to come on national TV and you push such nonsense. Forgive the language, I apologize. It's so hypocritical. Mu bantu bonna bonna wandowoozezza nti a fellow doctor should understand the pain of being an intern. Koso kiyiseemu. Naye because you've climbed the ladder, you're kicking the ladder. They are not asking for much, you're paying them pennies. Bafuna obusente butono. Nga nkugambe, these figures might be wrong, but tezikyuka nnyo. They don't change much. The picture is bad. The picture is worse. Ngena kuzzayo kweno page. Government ends medical internship allowances. Okirowoozaako ki? Nkusigira ekifaananyi ne nkugamba nti these are not interns aba bulijjo. These are doctors. They are doctors who run the show. They are foot soldiers abaddukanya amalwaliro. Ogenda mu ddwaliro ozza hayi nti omusawo gw'olabye. Of course tojja kumanya kozi bonna bonna bambala white coat. Public will not tell a difference between the two. Naye oyinza okugamba nti we are trying to create slaves in the name or picture of tuyamba bo. Total exploitation. I'm sorry, but this is not acceptable. Ngenda kuddamu I'll apologize for the language and anyone who is offended, but this is wrong to the core. You can't ask someone to sacrifice an entire year without pay. Singa abadde gwe, would you do it? Singa abadde gwe minister, would you do it? Singa abadde gwe MP, would you do it? So why do you think it's okay for others to go through that? Nja kusaba ompe endowooza yo mu comment section wansi awo ku byenkonyeeko. Eno embeera ogirowoozaako ki? Oba okiwagira, ngenda kukubuuza ekibuuzo kimu. Singa abadde gwe, osobola okukola omwaka mulamba nga tebakusasula? Teeka endowooza yo mu comment section wansi awo. Njabala mu video dako. Peace.